Well, good morning and good morning to... Oh, what's that? I don't know. Should we start again? Yeah, why not? Let's stop. Good morning and welcome to today's Hangout. This is Good Friday. Good Friday. I know when people say, I've had a good day at school, it means things have gone well, you've been happy, it's been good with your friends and all sorts of things like that. Or I've had a good meal. It means when everything's been really nice and you feel nice and full and you've had it with all your friends, and it might be that pizza with all your cousins and friends like we talked about on Wednesday. Or a good holiday, a good day out when you had a really good time, lots of really happy memories, really good photos perhaps, a great video, But this is Good Friday, the day when we remember that Jesus died. A day that was a long, long day. Jesus hadn't been asleep. He was arrested last night, and Peter said, I'm not your friend, I'm not your friend. And then ran away. But Jesus had a trial. He was questioned by religious leaders in the middle of the night. That wasn't meant to happen. But there was about 3 occasions when Jesus was asked questions and accused by different religious leaders, and then it went to the political leaders, the government, the Romans, and there was 3 trials there. And then it got to the morning with the crowd, and they shouted, "Crucify him." And then Jesus, after being treated badly, after being beaten, had to carry his cross to the place where he was going to be crucified, where he was going to be placed on that cross. So for our 50-second warm-up today, I want you to choose something that's fairly heavy, not really heavy. So I've got a chair here. I've got a chair, and I'm going to stand up and I'm going to hold it out like this, and I'm going to see if I can hold it like that for 50 seconds. Okay? Are you ready? Go. Did you manage that? Well, today is a really tough day. It's called, as we said, Good Friday. But in many ways it could be called Bad Friday or Sad Friday. But this is a day, I think, where we call it Good Friday, because without Good Friday we couldn't have brilliant, amazing Sunday. Yeah, today is Friday, but Sunday is coming. Sunday is coming, and that is marvellous. We're up our ladder, but we're not to the top. It's Friday. Sundays are coming. But let's have today's story. The way of the cross began in a garden. Jesus prayed and prayed while his friends slept. One friend had not been praying or dreaming. Judas had been plotting and scheming. He led the guards to grab Jesus. They dragged him before the chief priests and the Bible experts. "Are you the Son of God?" asked the experts. Meanwhile, Jesus' friend Peter joined the crowd in the courtyard. "Are you a friend of Jesus?" asked a girl. "No," said Peter. "Jesus is not my friend." The rooster crowed. The priests delivered Jesus to the Roman ruler, Pilate. "He's no king," cried the crowd. "Send him to the cross." "He's no criminal," whispered Pilate's wife. "Let him leave." "Are you the king of the Jews?" asked Pilate. "If you say so," replied Jesus. Pilate kept asking questions, but Jesus gave him no answers. Pilate gave up on his questions and handed Jesus to the soldiers. The soldiers wrapped Jesus in a royal robe and placed a crown upon his head. The crown was made from spikes and thorns. "Hooray for the king!" laughed the soldiers. Then Jesus carried the cross. Simon from Cyrene was passing by. The soldiers stopped him and forced Simon to help Jesus carry the cross. The women of Jerusalem gathered to comfort Jesus. Jesus could not comfort the women of Jerusalem. Jesus was hung upon the cross. "Jesus, remember me when you enter your kingdom," said the criminal. "Soon we will stand together in the king's garden," promised Jesus. Jesus looked down from the cross and saw two people that he loved, two people that loved him. He said to Mary, his mother, "Woman, John is now your son." He said to John, "My friend, here is your mother." And from that day on, Mary lived in John's home. Jesus died on the cross. Joseph from Arimathea and Nicodemus the Pharisee took the body of their friend Jesus. They wrapped him in a linen cloth and placed him in a garden tomb. The tomb was sealed with a heavy stone. The way of the cross led to the tomb. But this story has not ended. It has just begun. The way of the cross. A really important day in the Christian faith. Jesus being obedient to his Father and taking on all that is bad in the world, taking on the evil, taking on death, taking on pain and suffering, taking on all these things. Challenge for today is in your garden, or perhaps when you go out for your daily exercise, find some natural things, some twigs, maybe some stones, maybe some leaves, whatever it might be, and make your own Easter scene. Might be the cross, it might be when Jesus is being questioned, it might be when Jesus is carrying his cross, or when he's being they're taking the mick out of him as soldiers. You might want to use some little figures that you've got, or you might just want to put the scene there using what you can find in your garden. I really do hope you have a lovely day, and we'll see you live at 5 when I will have an Easter egg. Bye bye.